Welcome back to Lightning Problem Solving, where we're committed to helping your company become the best in your industry. Today, we're going to talk about the secret to solving water leaks fast. I'm going to make this video short and sweet like all my videos. Water leaks are extremely simple if you see the entire path. The instructions I'm about to give you should work on any water leak problem, whether you're working a huge warranty problem in a manufacturing facility, or if you're at home and something in your property or car is leaking. The first thing you need to do is remove all the parts, covers, carpets, and anything that is covering part of the leak path. Next thing you're going to do is reproduce the water leak using a hose or a shower head. Your goal is to observe the exact path that the leaking water takes. Does the water run straight down, or does it flow on a crooked path to the right? Now it's time to make a decision. Depending on your situation, you're going to need to decide, do you want to change the leak path or do you want to completely stop the leak path? Once you've made a decision, it's easy to stop the leak by plugging it with an adhesive, like caulk or an automotive adhesive. Or if you decided to redirect the leaking water, you can pick up something at your hardware store and make a seal. In my blog on my website, I recommend some of my favorite products that I like to use, so you can check that out if you want ideas. Now let's talk about some complications you might have when you're trying to find the leak path in your project. I assume you're watching this video because you found a water leak that is not straightforward or simple. The reason people have problems finding water leaks is because sometimes it's very complicated to see the actual leak path. In a manufacturing plant, I always ask for 5 leaky parts and compare them to 5 dry parts that have never leaked. The first thing I do is I get the 5 leaky parts and I reproduce the event, or I make sure that I can get them all to leak. Then I do the exact same test on the dry parts and I try to figure out why those parts are staying dry. Do they have a different leak path, or is there no water? Once I can find the difference between the dry parts and the leaky ones, it makes it easy for me to come up with a solution to stop the leaks altogether. Another reason you could be watching this video is because your water leak is intermittent. Intermittent water leaks can be confusing if you're not turning the wrench yourself and using fresh parts. For example, I had a water leak that seemed impossible to solve, but it was just simply the torque on the wrench. Because I'm a problem solver, I know how much torque matters when you're tightening a part yourself. That's why I always tell my problem solvers, you need to tighten your own bolts and screws. Don't let somebody else do the work. You learn so much more about your project if you do the hands-on work yourself. Of course, a good problem solver will find a variable measurement like a torque wrench. In my particular project, the part was plastic, so the torque on the part was very small that I was measuring. Another possible complication is the assembly process. I had one project where the part would start leaking if the plug was inserted lengthwise. But by turning the plug 90 degrees, it didn't leak. Another complication is if you can't reproduce the leak at all. Some warranty projects come back with just rust spots, and I can't reproduce the water leak. But by doing a scatter plot where specifically the rust is found, you can find contrast between your leaky parts and your non-leaky parts. Do you want an outside-the-box way to solve a water leak? Pressurize it and use a smoke machine to look for the path. This can also be very effective. If you have a water leak that these tips don't help you, leave a comment below, because I know that there's a test that we can run to solve your water leak effectively and efficiently. Also, if you like this video, be sure to click like and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on any lightning problem solving pointers. Thanks for watching and happy problem solving.